guys, it's Maggie, and yes, I did not post on Monday. I'm sorry, I apologize. I had a test on Monday that I had to study for all night Saturday. It's a long story, but I'm not going to explain it again because I'm about to explain why I'm not going to explain it again. So this is me explaining in really fast motion that my camera doesn't like to record when I like to record, and my videos don't always upload when I want them to upload. There's lots of errors, and iPhoto doesn't work very well. That was my rant. That was my really angry rant. I feel a little bit better now, but I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for that little symbol to pop up saying that it stopped. If it does that, then I'm really sorry. I'll just post this. I'll post this explaining why I can't post. So, yeah, let's get on with the video. So this week's theme is teachers. A brief explanation of each of my teachers from period 1 to period 8, because I realized when I was thinking about what to do for this video, I realized that I have, for each period, I have the most insanely different teachers. Not one of them is even remotely similar to the other. So period 1, I have chemistry. And the teacher for chemistry is also my advisor. She's really nice. She's pretty dang funny, and she teaches in the style where she gives you kind of like a syllabus at the beginning of each unit, and you do all the work on your own time. So I kind of like that. I didn't think I'd like that, but I actually ended up liking it. So period 2, I have, oh, what am I doing? Period 2. Period 2 is also chemistry. What am I saying? I have period 1 and 2 chem. And I'm not even gonna try and explain my schedule to you guys. I've tried it before. No. So period 3. Period 3, I have humanities. I only have that class for a semester, but the teacher that I have is the most laid back teacher in the entire world. You can turn something in late, he'll put a 0 in, but when you turn it in late, he'll put a full grade in. I've always hated history up until last year. Like last year, I hated history. This year, I love history. It all makes sense to me now, and it's all like in my head, and I know tons of stuff now, and I know someone says something, I'm like, oh, I know what happened in that time period, or oh, I know what that person did. And it's so nice to like have knowledge, and I love that feeling. He's like the really chill, laid back teacher, whereas my chemistry teacher, she gets things done. She's like the nice teacher who's she doesn't have to be strict. People just respect her. She's nice and funny and quiet, but people will just respect her. Whereas most times people will take advantage of those kinds of teachers, but I don't know what it is. I've had a teacher like her before, and they just respect her. We just do what she says. I mean, I always respect teachers, but there's always like kids who are just like, blah, blah, and they keep talking. In that class, everyone respects her, and it's just the kind of teacher she is. I love those kinds of teachers. So period 4, I have a study hall, but the teacher that I have for study hall, or a supervisor person, she works at the high school now, but she used to work at my elementary school library, and she still remembers me, she still remembers all my friends, so we all sit and we'll talk to her about like elementary school and memories and stuff, and it's so sweet, and she's so sweet. If I have to go somewhere, she'll just make me sign out, she trusts me, and it's just so sweet, she's so nice. My period 5 class is FST, which is function, statistics, and trigonometry combined. I don't know, I think most schools like separate them, because most people are confused when I say FST, but it's an actual thing, it's a subject, FST. Teacher for that class she's the nice and quiet teacher that everyone takes advantage of. I like her as a person a lot. She's really nice. Every day at the end of the class, she's always like, okay, bye guys, have a nice day. Don't forget to be nice to people, and that's like her thing. She always says, don't forget to be nice to people. It's so cute. She says that every day, and she follows that rule. She is so nice to everyone. She's so understanding, and she always tries her best. She's not a good teacher at all. Everyone in that class is always so confused. I don't like that class just because I'm always confused and I don't feel like I know what's going on, because she's not the best teacher. So I'll walk in and it just makes me feel sick. Like, it makes me feel sick knowing that I'm in that class and that it's just gonna be, it takes forever because the time goes by so slow and nobody's getting in. Everyone just like throws tantrums. Everyone's like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, I don't get math. Oh my god. And it's crazy and I don't like it at all. She's really quiet, so people always just talk over her and get really loud in the class. It's just a mess. That class is a mess. So period 6, I have English, and my English class I do really like a lot. In high school at least, English classes are, I think, like the one class that typically have all kids from your grade in it. I think they do, because you don't go back. I don't think you go back in my school. You don't, if you fail English 1, you don't go back to English 1. You just go on to English 2, but you can't like do honors or something. Teacher of my English class is really chill. Like, he's the total like, not chill like my history teacher chill, but he's just like, yo man, what's up? He's really, he doesn't do that. He's really young. He's the young teacher. He's like mid-20s, I think, or late 20s. He's like really long hair. Actually, he just kind of looks really weird, and everyone's like making fun of him for it, but he has like really long hair. He like makes fun of the students, and like they banter back and forth. He's like the teacher that like you joke around with and stuff. We watch like horror movies in that class. It's just a random class, and we get into really deep talks, and that's always English class. English class, I think English teachers are like the best, at least. I've always had the best experience with English teachers. So he's really cool. He's kind of strict. He's strict when grading. If you turn something in late, then it's 0. You don't get any chance to refill it. Period 7, I have Spanish. My Spanish teacher is one of a kind. She is incredible. She's crazy. She is so crazy. She was on maternity leave at the beginning of the year because she had a baby over the summer. I had her last year, and I remember when she was pregnant, she told us, we used to do word of the week, and she told us the word of the week is embarazada, which means pregnant in Spanish. So we thought it meant embarrassed, so we're like, oh, embarrassed, and she's like, no, I'm embarazada. And we were like, you're embarrassed? She's like, no, I'm embarazada. And she's like touching her stomach, and we're like, what are you talking about? So when Word referenced it, and they're like, oh my god, you're pregnant. She's like, yes, and we're all like, yes. She's the teacher. You bring up something, she'll go into her whole personal life, but we don't mind. We don't mind about her personal life because she's so funny, and she's like interested in our personal lives too. So like people will like tell stories. We end up just the whole class, everyone's just sharing stories. It's really fun, and she always talks about her kids, and she's brought her kids in, so we all know her kids, and it's just so nice, and it's just like a little family in there. I love my Spanish class, and she always uses like terms like AF and like, I don't know, she says AF all the time. She's like, oh my god, I'm hungry AF, and it's really funny, and she says like terms like that, like terms that us kids use. Alright, so that was this week's video. I'm sorry if it seemed rushed. I'm talking about arms, I'm like, hey guys. Goodbye, Spare Banana Society. I hope you had a good week, and in 2 days, I will see you. I will see you very, very soon. Okay, goodbye.